Hello and welcome to your final DBQ of 6th grade. I'm excited that you get to explore the question, which ancient Chinese philosophy most benefits society? In order to do that, you'll be analyzing documents on Confucianism, Taoism, and legalism. And by the end of this, you'll be writing a claim and body paragraph about an ancient Chinese philosophy. And you will cite relevant evidence from primary and secondary sources and use clear reasoning. In this video tutorial, we will be going over the agenda, rubric, and overview. To do that, you will want to download or print the DBQ packet from Schoology. And so that is in the Week 1 folder, and at the very top is the DBQ packet. I have downloaded the packet and I am on page 1 of the DBQ, and the overarching question is up at the top: which ancient Chinese philosophy most benefits society? You can see our overall learning target and the agenda for the 2 weeks, and it's broken off into each week and then into each lesson. So let's zoom in to take a closer look at week 1. So we're taking a look at the agenda, and you'll use this chart below for the activities and the due dates. So the activities are the preparation tasks that you need in order to ultimately be able to submit on Schoology. So in lesson 1, you will review the agenda, rubric, and overview and hook exercise, which is what we'll be doing here, and review the video tutorial and slides. So I encourage you, I have video tutorials for each portion of the DBQ, so I recommend that you use those as you go through the process. Next, you will complete understanding the question, and then finally for lesson 1, you'll read and analyze the first source, Spielvogel. In lesson 2, you'll be reading 3 primary sources and then completing the document questions in Schoology, and again recommending the use of the video tutorial and slide presentations. Week 2 will look very similar to the work that you did for Ashoka. In lesson 3, your ultimate goal is to submit a claim, and in preparation for that, there will be a Kahoot that you can use to practice quick questions about both claim and MLA citation. And then by the end of week 2 is when you'll be submitting just 1 body paragraph. Remember that you will write only 1 body paragraph about a supporting topic that's in your claim. The rubric is a great place to go when you're confused or want expectations re-emphasized. So, for example, for the claim for meeting standard, remember that a claim is 1 sentence that states 3 supporting topics. And in this, for this DBQ, your exceeding standard claim will just have a very brief amount of information, but it's still in your claim, so it's still only 1 sentence. For the 1 body paragraph, for meeting standard, you need to have clear and relevant evidence from 1 provided primary source. You need to include context and background information in order to make the evidence clear to understand. You analyze the evidence, and you need to be using MLA citation. For exceeding standard, you're using 2 of the provided sources and using very detailed and in-depth reasoning. And then as your body paragraph is looking at the clear writing style and making sure that you have your topic sentence that's followed by 2 examples of evidence. You're using transitions. At least 1 sentence of analysis follows the evidence, and you use academic language. And for the element that exceeds standard is making sure that your transitions are very thoughtful and intentional, that makes it very clear between the connection of evidence and reasoning. On page 3 of the DBQ, and we're looking at the overview of the topic. Remember, our question is which ancient Chinese philosophy most benefits society? And in doing that, we'll be looking closely at Confucianism, Taoism, and legalism. And here is a chart below, and the three philosophies arose during periods of violence, and the philosophers desired order. So one thing that we have in common between all of these three philosophies is they all desired order and good for society. Let's look at the three philosophies. And in this chart, you'll have information about the founder, main ideas, and influence in modern life. Kongzhu was the founder of Confucianism. He often became known as Confucius. People should put the needs of their family and community first is the main idea of Confucianism. And the influence is that many Chinese today accept his ideas of duty and family, as well as his ideas helped open up government jobs to people with talent. Lao Tzu was the founder of Taoism. He believed that people should give up worldly desires in favor of nature and the Tao, which means the way. And Taoism teaches the importance of nature and encourages people to treat nature with respect and reverence. Han Feijia is the founder of legalism, and he believed that society needs a system of harsh laws and strict punishment. Legalism developed laws that became very important in Chinese history. Completing this DBQ, you'll be reading from 3 different sources. And our first one is Spielvogel, so that's an excerpt from the textbook, and it's about kind of introducing these 3 Chinese philosophies. Then you'll be reading 3 primary documents from our founders of the philosophies. At the top of page 4, and we're looking at the hook exercise. If you were looking at the slide presentation, this was my do now. I want you to think about these questions to understand how the DBQ question, which ancient Chinese philosophy most benefits society, can be connected to today in modern life. So think about 1, are people naturally good or evil? 2, what is the purpose of government? And 3, how does a government control society? And your answers and responses to these questions will help you as you ultimately make a claim about which ancient Chinese philosophy most benefits society. Good luck.